Hey everybody, I'm Katie, and welcome to Head of the Class. Today I'm joined by Mrs. Linda Woodring, one of FreedomProject Academy's elementary teachers, who has been with FPA since 2014. Mrs. Woodring, you are our kindergarten teacher at FPA. Tell us what drove you to take on the challenge of teaching, especially teaching students who are entering the classroom for the first time.
Both of my parents are teachers, so teaching was the most natural profession for me to walk into. In fact, I never really considered anything else. I have a grandmother who was a teacher that I was very close to. The surprise might be that my early years of teaching were spent in middle school and high school. Then I got a great opportunity, a great offer to teach preschool, too good to pass up. My own children had just come through the preschool year, so I accepted that job, and it's been early childhood since then. Preschool and then kindergarten.
All right, and you teach our youngest students at FPA and serve as sort of the introduction to our school for many of the families. What does your classroom look like, and how do you maintain engagement with a whole group of kindergartners?
Well, we work really hard to be part of a community, to build a community. One of the first things we do is that all the students learn each other's names. I address them as friends. We call each other friends. Many parents do have a concern. Well, I don't think my kindergarten student can sit and just watch class for 2 hours on the computer. It's not like that. We do have 1 hour class. We take a 5-minute break. We have another hour class. But throughout that hour, the kids are up, they're singing, especially at the beginning of the year. We might do a scavenger hunt. I'll say, okay, go find something in your house that starts with the letter B and come back to your computer. Tell us what you found. Then later on in the year, they can use more of the technology. They can write on the screen. They can take polls. I hear every child's voice every day. When they come to class, they'll see their name on the screen with a little blank for them to write, so they know they need to be in class and they're engaged all throughout the class.
All right, so after you keep up the energy in the classroom all week long, what do you like to do when you're maybe able to relax a little bit and kind of enjoy your time outside of school?
I am very busy. I'm a working mom. I have 3 kids, so I stay busy with my kids' activities, my own children. If I just have completely free time, you would probably find me with a friend and just drinking some tea and getting caught up on sharing each other's lives, keeping each other sharp, and talking with friends.
All right, and you have experience teaching in other school formats, and you homeschool your own children. So why did you choose to come teach for FPA?
At the time that I first heard of Freedom Project, I was looking for work, but I was also a caregiver for my elderly parents and homeschooling my 3 children. So working outside the home was absolutely not an option. I was blessed. I prayed for work. I was blessed to join the family of Freedom Project. After I was here for a couple years, I found out I love this. I love our families. I love being able to work from home. I love the commitment that people have to homeschooling their children.
All right, and so before we wrap up, I want to do a little bit of a quick fire. So answer the following questions as fast as you can. What are 5 words to describe you?
The word that I probably hear most from I say learning coaches because I've got moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, siblings, all kinds of a whole community of people that are helping our kindergartners at home. So I just refer to everyone as learning coaches. Patient is probably the word that I hear most from learning coaches. If I describe myself, I would probably say busy. I'm a very busy mom, a very busy teacher. Past that, encouraging. It takes a lot of work to get school started for these young students. Reading is not a natural process. They need a lot of encouragement. Discerning, picking out where are our problems and getting those solved. And I'm also short. Can't tell that on the screen, but I'm also short.
I'm right there with you. All right, so what are 4 favorite topics that you'd like to teach your students?
I love reading. I love teaching reading. That's probably the main reason that I teach kindergarten. I love to teach kids to read. We also do author studies. In kindergarten, we do a lot of Ned is a cat. Ned ran to the boat. So it's fun to remember that real books are out there and the magic of reading. We're coming up on the 100th day of school, and that's fun to do all kinds of things with 100. And then this year, it was especially fun to study eclipses. Our science unit is astronomy. My East Coast kids, some of them experienced the solar eclipse. My West Coast kids, some of them experienced the lunar eclipse. So it was fun to talk about eclipses this year.
All right. And how about 3 songs that you like to sing for learning purposes?
We sing all through class. So it was, wow, to narrow it down to just 3. I would go with our planet songs. Mercury is small, and Mercury, songs about the planets, because in each of those songs, they learn specific facts about each of the planets. We have vowel songs that we sing, alphabet songs, A, E, I, O, U. Those are important because, wow, we can't learn to read without the vowels, long and short vowel sounds. Then just something fun. We do a lot of fun songs, but Down by the Bay is a fun one because it has rhyming in it, and rhyming is a lot of fun for kindergarten students.
All right. How about 2 historical figures that you'd like to have dinner with?
The first name that comes to mind, I hope should be classed as a historic figure, would be Elizabeth Elliot. Elizabeth Elliot was a missionary back in the 50s, a missionary, a mom, a wife, an author. She, of course, worked internationally and crossing cultures. So Elizabeth, she had this unshakable confidence in the sovereignty of God, and underneath her is everlasting arms. Second, I might go with Pearl Buck. She was the first first American woman to win a Nobel Prize in literature. She also had cross-cultural experience. She was a third culture kid before we even had the word third culture kids. Great storyteller, and I'd like to hear her tell stories and help me to understand a little bit more about third culture kids.
All right. It sounds like it'd be a great dinner. So finally, one piece of advice you have for your students.
Learn to read. Learn to read. And then learn to respond to as they get older, learn to respond to what you've read, either with your hands or be able to talk about it or be able to write about it. Learn to read.
All right. Mrs. Woodring, thank you so much for being here today. Learn more about our wonderful teachers in Freedom Project Academy at fpeusa.org.